Hey everybody, Leespeed here. Well, it's that time of the year. The ban list discussion time thingy. There might not be as much to discuss, but who knows, the video will probably run pretty long anyways, because I like to talk about a lot of stuff and my videos just happen to be long whenever I do that, so yeah. Basically, the list for the January 1st to March 31st, 2014 format has been up. Well, it's up and about and confirmed and all the other stuff updated. Well, today of recording being the 13th and my birthday being tomorrow, but it'll probably be my birthday when this goes up. So, yay, that'd be pretty interesting. Pretty nice a birthday gift, I guess, because there's a few things that I'm very happy about and some things I was kind of questioning at the time, but then I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. But anyways, let's get into the changes that happened. Now, for everybody, wanting Stratos to be back at 1, yeah, they did not touch Stratos, so I'm guessing they're going to keep him banned for now. I'm not sure if they're going to bring him back or not. Not as long as Destiny Hero Malicious is at 3. Maybe if they put him at 2 and put everything else back to where it was before they banned Stratos, then yeah, they could probably bring Stratos back, but I'm assuming they just want you to, test with Malicious and stuff like that. I mean, I know Malicious can be a very interesting card, very fun card to use, but Stratos just kind of makes that broken, so yeah, anyways, let's go to what's new and whatnot. The first card, and I legitimately do feel sorry for all the Dragoonity players out there, but Dragon Ravine is forbidden. Now, it was a 3, and as you know, if you guys have been playing in this format, you know that Dragon Ravine is like a very powerful card that Dragon Rulers abused to hell, basically. You basically pitch a card, you can add a Dragoonity monster, like a level 4 lower Dragoonity monster, or send a dragon to the graveyard. The Dragon Rulers just happen to work from the hand or graveyard. So you go, pitch a Dragon Ruler, send another one to the graveyard, and then you just go from there. It's pretty crazy, really. And in Dragoonity, of course, it sets up a lot of your basic combos, Dragoonity Ducks and Phalanx and stuff, Phalanx and stuff like that. So the card itself does allow for some very powerful plays. Now, I don't know if they needed to ban it altogether, but I can kind of see why they did that. I guess it's just so that Dragon decks in the future don't abuse this card like Dragon Rulers did. And I guess they're worried that Dragoonity would do just what the Dragon Rulers did while they were working together, I guess. But yeah, it does suck. I mean, if I was the Dragoonity player, I would be kind of upset about this too, but I guess it was something that had to be done, So let's move on. And I guess let me know if any of you guys are Dragoonity players. Just let me know how you feel about this. Because, I mean, I don't play Dragoonity, but, I can never understand, like, you lose something, like, if you love the archetype, if you played it since the beginning, and you see that card getting banned, your main card, it's devastating, definitely. But, let's move on. For the traps, return from the different dimension. Yeah, this card's banned. I mean, a lot of people were wanting it banned ever since, it started becoming a problem. And, yeah, they listened. They definitely listened to you guys. And it was limited, and now it's banned. Especially because, Dragon Rulers can abuse it easily, and it's just like a sack for game card kind of thing. And that's basically how it's been used now. So, yeah, I guess it will hurt a few other decks that try to tech it in, but it had to be done at some point, I guess. Self-destruct button. Now, I was surprised at this just because, I've never seen it limited before. Or maybe it was at one time and I don't remember. But, yeah, it's forbidden, my bad. But basically, they don't want this being a thing. Where, like, oh, self-destruct button, tie the game and blah, 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 blah. It's definitely a very annoying thing. And, I mean, it could be funny, but in, like, tournament play, that could really be, I guess it could be detrimental somewhat, but I don't know, there's not much I gotta say. There's not much to say about this one. It's freaking self-destruct button. It's like a really big troll card and stuff like that. 6 cents forbidden. I mean, do I really need to explain why this is banned? I mean, it was banned in the OCG and we got it for a format, and it's gone. So let's move on. Just like Return, it's pretty sacky. For the limited cards, Blaster, Tempest, Tidal, and Redox. All 4 of the big Dragon Rulers are now at 1 each. So basically, if you guys have like multiple cards with these guys, well, you better put the others in like your binder or something like that. I don't know, unless you can put them in other decks. You're basically only allowed 1 copy in each deck now. So Dragon Rulers, you basically can't play the deck now, because you cannot play Dragon Rulers with just these alone, with these 4 dragons alone. Oh, and the babies are not unbanned, so you can't even attempt to try to play the deck now. So yeah, you can still use them in other decks. You can still use them in, you know, Blaster and Laval's or Fire Fist. You can still use Redox and Earth Psychics or Machinas or plants if you're running like Earth plants type thing. And then Tidal from Mermail and Ice Barrier, but and Frogs too. But basically, they'll still be used as tech cards, but they're basically not a deck anymore. Debris Dragon is back to limited again. I remember when it was limited the first time, like a long time ago, and then it went to 2 for a while, and then, you know, it's back to limited. The card, it is basically just like Debris Dragon, summon a level 3, Black Rose. I mean, that's basically what it's been mainly used for, you know, Black Rose spam. And I'm guessing the TCG does, I guess they don't want this being a thing next format. They don't want you going spamming Debris Dragon, Black Rose Dragon plays. They don't want to hit the Synchro, but they'll hit the Tuner Monster, which I guess makes sense too. And plus, you know, Dragon Rulers abuse this card too. So you could kind of blame them for that if you want to, but the card in general is just kind of used in that manner. You know, there's nuking the field or getting Ancient Fairy Dragon in play, stuff like that. Now, here's a blast from the past. Magician of Faith. You know, flip it up, get a spell card from your graveyard to your hand. It was forbidden for a long time, and, you know, if someone told me that, you know, Magician of Faith could come back, I wouldn't be completely opposed to it. Mainly because, you know, I would rather have this back than, you know, Dark Magician of Chaos, which, for those curious, it's still banned. So, yeah, for people wanting that to be unbanned, sorry, that's, apparently Konami does not want that card coming back. Not as long as there are any FTKs or OTKs that are associated with DMOC. Even if they're not consistent. Like, heck, they don't even have to be consistent. I mean, in their eyes, it doesn't even have to be. As long as they exist, he can't come back. That's just my view on it, I guess. But yeah, Magician of Faith, that'll be interesting. I wonder how many people will actually play this card. And, you know, I was kind of off on the, you know, I was kind of opposed to, like, you know, Tribe Infecting Virus coming back, but I did give that a bit more thought after I left my comment on it, and, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I guess it wouldn't do anything, but I don't know, I'm still kind of worried that Mermail would abuse the hell out of it, so yeah, that's the thing. And let's see, we have, for the spells, we have Divine Wind of Mist Valley. Now, in the OCG's last list for the September format, this card was at 1 for them, but not for us. We had 3 of this. Now, we pretty much shared this limitation with the OCG. So, you know, anybody playing the Mist Valley Harpy deck or just Mist Valleys in general, yeah, one of your main field spells at 1. So if you're gonna run, like, yeah, I guess if you want to get to this card fast, use Terraforming and hope and pray they do not MST the 1 copy you're allowed to run in your deck. Although you do have Magician of Faith to get it back if you choose to play it. I don't know if you play it or not, just for that reason. But that's the thing too. Final Countdown. Yeah, they're pretty much like, it's just a slap in the face there. It's like, oh, you want to play Final Countdown? Well, you can only have 1 in your deck. And if your opponent negates it, you're out. So, yeah, you get 1 shot at it, basically, unless you use Magician of Faith to get it back. Is that like a pattern here? Like Magician of Faith's back, so they had to limit a few other spells, or ban a few spells? I wonder if that's why, but I don't know, I doubt it, but it might be true for like Final Countdown or something like that, because if it gets negated, you can get it back with Magician of Fate. So there's that. Sacred Sword of 7 stars, limited. Yeah, and some people were probably thinking it would be limited because it's a crazy card in Dragon Rulers. You banish a Dragon Ruler, draw 2 cards, and then get a search off of it. So it's like basically a Pot of Greed, and yeah, Pot of Greed too good, huh? Spellbook of Fate, now another hit for Prophecy. I believe this is the only hit in the archetype, you know, besides Judgment getting banned, of course, but Spellbook of Fate is really good. You know, just being able to, it's pretty versatile in just how it works. You banish 1, bounce a spell trap that's set on the field to the hand. 2, you move 2 to flip a monster face down, or, you know, just flip 1 face down or flip 1 to face up attack, stuff like that. And, you know, the main one, everyone hates that. The third effect, you know, banish 3 and banish any 1 card your opponent controls. Now, that I know some people wanted this banned, but I never saw it being banned worthy. Only limit worthy at best. And they decided to limit it. So you could still recycle it, but you can't, like, you basically can't, like, abuse it as frequently as you would like, I guess. So there's that. For the semi-limits, Chaos Sorcerer is at 2 now. It was at 1. It's gone through like Forbidden, Limited, Semi-Limited, and stuff. So he's been around. He's been moving around quite a bit around on the ban list. But yeah, he's back at 2 again. I know why he was at 1, just because, you know, I guess kind of like ranks 6 Chaos stuff. And I mean, he's just like a level 6 for that kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, there's not much for me to say about Chaos Sorcerer at all, but yeah, for people who wanted this card back, you got it back to 2. So look forward to that. Lone Fire Blossom at 2. Now, I was kind of iffy about it at first. Not because I would hate this card to come back to 2. I was just like, I just didn't expect them to do that, just because, well, I was like, if they put it at 2, I wonder what the repercussions would be. I mean, I had to think about that before anything else, even with my love for plants right now. I just didn't want 2 Lone Fire to like break the game, and I guess maybe it won't break the game. I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely use 2 Lone Fire Blossom in my Talea Plants deck, or just any plant deck in general. And of course, this makes perfect sense, to be honest, because of the new Shinra Sylvan archetypes. The Shinra are now the Sylvan archetype in TCG. They want to promote the Sylvan monsters, so I guess this is probably one of the best ways to promote them, by putting one of the best plant type support cards in the game, Lone Fire Blossom, putting that to 2. That will definitely help a lot. So, you know, whenever I do an updated deck profile, expect to see 2 Lone Fire in there. So yeah, of course, I'll do that after the format begins. Then for the unlimited, everything that's not on the list anymore, Archelo Christia. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean, it's I don't know. I guess it just hasn't seen as much play as it used to, but it's still a very powerful card. So I mean, never ignore it overall. Mizuki's at 3. Yeah, Mizuki's at 3. I know some people are probably worried about Mizuki being at 3, but who knows? Maybe this will help zombies go the long distance. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll have what it takes to go places. And Plague Spreader Zombie 2, because same with that. TG Striker. Yes, well, TGs are pretty much back in full swing with 3 TG Strikers, so yeah, it's pretty interesting. Here's a surprise to me. Tour Guide from the Underworld. Now, this was a card that I did not expect them to put to 3, kind of for the same reason for like Reborn Tengu. It was just like so abusable in various decks. But I guess Reborn Tengu is worse in a way, just because like it doesn't matter what you do, he basically floats for another Reborn Tengu. So Tour Guide at 3 is definitely going to be interesting, because now decks that just wanted to run Tour Guide at 3 now can run Tour Guide at 3 again. It's in Sangan, still banned. I guess it's still not that bad of an idea. Now keep in mind, this is for our list, by the way, the TCG list. Constellar Ptolemy M7. Now, he was limited, but now he's at 3 again. Interesting. I'm curious as to why. I mean, I know why they put him to 1, but why the sudden change of heart there? See what I did there? Because, no, I don't know. The Fire Formation Tanky, that kind of surprised me too. I thought it would stay at 2, but it's a 3 again. So, what is there to say about that? The list is weird. It has a few things that it's just like, what? It just surprised me because I didn't expect them to do that. See, and that's why I'm making Banlist predictions. They just never work because Konami does some things that you just never expect. They banned when they banned self-destruct button, they banned Ravine, which I thought some people thought they would limit that card or something like that, but no, they just flat out banned Dragon Ravine. So it's like, damn. I feel really sorry for you Unity players still. Like, this has to hurt a lot. Like, that has got to be the most painful ban for you guys. So, yeah, I mean, that's the list in a nutshell and my reactions and thoughts to them. And, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. And, of course, you can check the website itself, and I'll link it below. Or if you know where it is, you can go there as well. If you want to, look at the stuff along with me, if you were kind of doing that anyways. But, yeah. This is going to be interesting, definitely. Bans are interesting. One was really painful for Dragoonities. But I think and then there's like some random like self-destruct button. So it's like, well, I guess they don't want that being a thing. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Because we have like Magician of Faith, Lone Fire Blossom at 2. We have like Spell Like a Fade. And the Dragon Roars are basically dead. So we'll have to see what happens. Because I heard a specific archetype might be pretty damn good. Granted, it will probably lose to a specific matchup, but yeah, with the new support in Primal Origin, it might just have the support needed to dominate. But we shall see. And it's all because this thing's back to 3, among a few other things. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.